As men, it's a part of our DNA to want to be great. That's why we're so fascinated with people that can do these great feats. We're even fascinated with fictional characters like Superman who can do great things. But when your hormone levels are out of whack, it affects your want to even want to do those great things. What's up, TRT community? Let's help each other. As many of you recall, it was many years ago that I started experiencing these negative symptoms that just got progressively worse and worse. Low energy, low libido, mild depression, and lack of motivation. In a previous video, I did a little skit about my lack of motivation in the past and how it would just shoot down any good ideas that I had. I would have these ideas and this is kind of how it went down. Hey, here's a good idea. Why don't you get the wife and the children and load up and go to that fun place and do that fun stuff you like? No, that's too far. It's too much work. Well, how about this? Since you're not crazy about your job, why don't you go back to school and finish your degree or maybe learn a trade? But that costs too much money and it would take a long time. Well, why don't you just lay there and shrivel up then? Was that an option? And so I decided to get on TRT, and I'm glad that I did. Recently, however, something happened that I didn't think would ever happen again. I had honestly just kind of written this off as a loss, willing to just leave it undone for the rest of my life. What am I talking about? I decided to go back to school and finish my master's degree. I know, you might be thinking, that's it? That's lame. But it's a big deal for me, and it's one of those great feats that I wanted to accomplish. I graduated from Bible college back in 2006 with a bachelor's degree in biblical studies, and then we moved to Louisville, Kentucky to attend seminary. And if you don't know, seminary is where you would do your master's level work and even your doctorate work if you wanted to in Bible and in theology and things like that. Well, I stopped taking classes there about a year and a half in because we became full-time missionaries to Central America, Belize to be exact, and we moved there. Lived there for roughly 4.5 years, and while I was there, I focused on training pastors and church leaders in the Bible and theology. Here's some pictures of some of my former students, and here's some pictures of them that graduated. While I was there, of course, I wasn't able to continue on with my studies like I wanted to. And yes, guys, I know that not all of you are going to share the same convictions that I do about the Bible, but can you at least acknowledge that it's commendable for someone to live out the truths he says he believes? So once we returned back to the States in 2014, I just was never able to get back into my studies. It takes time and it takes money to things that were in short supply at that time because you gotta have money and time to do the school stuff. Then I had a hard time, honestly, trying to get back into the ministry. It just wasn't as easy at that point in my life, and so I had to focus all my attention on providing for my family, putting food on the table, and just getting any job I could get to do that.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the good burger.
And it was at that point in my life, I feel pretty sure, that my testosterone level started dropping because I started experiencing those negative symptoms that I mentioned at the beginning of the video during that time, and they just got progressively worse and worse. And hey, if you are wondering if your testosterone level's low, maybe you've never had it checked, there's an easy at-home way that you can do it that doesn't actually cost that much either, and it works. Click on the card right up there. I did a video where I reviewed an at-home testing kit by Let's Get Checked, and see if it's right for you.
And now, back to our story.
So I bid farewell to my dreams and hopes of ever finishing that degree ever again. I'm making light of it right now, but at that time it was kind of a big deal to me. I just thought, you know, it's just not ever gonna happen again. Fast forward many years later, actually, And the church that we are attending, the pastor left. He left on good terms, and they were in need of a pastor. The church decided to interview me for the part, and they voted on me. Now I am the lead pastor of the church. I'm almost a year into this role. And just recently, I determined, and I thought, and I was motivated enough that I said, I want to get back into my studies and finish that degree that I started so many years ago. I applied to a different seminary that lets you do all your work online, so I don't have to move off or go anywhere again. And I received a call from the president, and he was all like, "Hey, this is the president of Whitfield Theological Seminary. Is this Cohen Ezel?" Hey there. Yes, sir. Yes, it is. Hi there, Mr. Ezel. Well, after reviewing your credentials, wow, you know what? We just want to give you the degree. Really? Gee!
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Yeah. So actually it didn't go anything like that at all. You know, he basically called and said, "Hey, you're in, and you got to take all the classes to get your degree." So I've been hitting the books hard, man. Whew, gosh, reading a ton, writing a bunch. You know, got to write about the books you read and things like that. This book was really good. That'll do it. What are your goals for 2020? What's some hard things that you want to try to get done, that you want to try to go after? Maybe you want to start back up again. It may be in your future. You just don't know. Thanks for supporting the channel. When you guys subscribe, I have noisy children. When you guys subscribe, when you guys hit the like button, it really helps the channel, so I'd appreciate it if you do that. But seriously, let me know your goals. I want to root you on. Do it! Take care. God bless. Peace.